welcome to ASMR Ghost Stories. If you enjoy stories that are of the paranormal or strange but true, welcome. And before you put on your headphones to get the true ASMR experience, hit that subscribe button. And also I upload twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays. So hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. We're going to go ahead and get right into the story. And again, I apologize for mispronunciations. This story is about Valentine. Greatrakes. I'm just gonna say Valentine. I think that's the easiest one. It's the Irish healer they called the Stroker. Being born on February the 14th, 1649, it was decided that the baby boy would be called Valentine. But none of the Irish Greatrakes family could have suspected that the babe would one day become a famous and controversial healer whose fame would travel across Europe. The young Valentine was as normal as any other child, and he exhibited no out-of-the-ordinary talents in the early stages of his life in Affane, County Waterford, where he was brought up in the Protestant tradition of Ireland. At the age of 20, Valentine began his 7-year military career as an officer in the Parliamentary Army during the English Civil War. He was a loyal cavalry lieutenant for Cromwell, and when he was discharged in 1656, he was rewarded by the Lord Protector with a number of high-powered appointments, including that of Justice of the Peace. With the restoration of 1660, the reinstatement of the English monarchy under Charles II, Valentine lost his civil appointments, but he was later made High Sheriff of Waterford. And you'll have to apologize if you hear any background noise. That's my little dog Angus chewing on a bone. Okay, let's get back to the story. In 1663, at the age of 34, Valentine had a series of strange, recurrent dreams in which he received the gift of healing from a godlike being. He told his wife about the strange, repetitive dream, and she told him not to worry about it. But shortly afterwards, he experienced, while awake this time, what he described as an impulse or strange persuasion to heal. Again, Valentine told his wife about these forces that were inwardly urging him to cure people, and she told him he should try to put his thoughts into practice by attempting to heal the poor, disfigured people to whose medical treatment she charitably contributed. Valentine followed his wife's suggestion and later wrote of the first unfortunate individual he encountered. There was one at hand that had the evil grievously in the eyes, throat, and cheeks, whereupon I laid my hands upon the places affected, and prayed to God for Jesus' sake to heal him. And a few days afterwards, the Father brought the Son with the eyes so much changed that it was almost quite whole. And to be brief, to God's glory I speak, within a month he was perfectly healed, and so continues. Being a rather squeamish man, Valentine felt quite nauseous at the sight of the victims of scrofula. I think I'm saying that right, scrofula, a tuberculosis of the lymphatic glands that was also known as King's Evil, after Edward the Confessor, circa 1042 to 1066, who was recorded to have healed victims by royal touch. In England, Scotland, and France, it had long been thought that the touch of a royal hand was a sure remedy for scrofula and similar disfiguring diseases. Scarcely was Charles I on the throne when he too began to demonstrate his curative powers, and scores of scrofulous, I can't say it, people flocked from far and near to benefit from his touch. When he became Lord Protector, even Oliver Cromwell attempted to continue the tradition of the royal touch, but failed. Valentine treated another victim of scrofula, a woman named Margaret McShane, who had been unsuccessfully treated by a certain Dr. Anthony, a well-known physician of the day. Valentine visited the woman and later described how his healing hands, quote, separated the nodes and drew and healed the sores which formerly I could not have endured the sight of, nor touched, nor smelt without vomiting. So great an aversion had I naturally to all wounds and sores. Amazingly, Margaret McShane made a miraculous recovery over a period of 6 weeks and was completely cured. Scrofula was just one of the host of diseases rife in the 17th century. Valentine decided to test his healing powers on a victim of the ague, a feverish, convulsive condition that was widespread as scrofula. Again, he met with success, and by 1665, the year the great bubonic plague killed 68,000 Londoners, the news of Valentine's healing ability had spread like wildfire. The Irishman was soon healing the sick from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening, 3 days a week, and so many people visited his home. He had to build outhouses to accommodate them. But Valentine's fame also reached the ears of the ecclesiastical authorities, and the Irish mesmerist, as some called him, was summoned by the Dean of Lismore to appear before a bishop's court. The result of this was that Valentine was forbidden to practice, but he angrily ignored the injunction, and such was his popularity and his social standing that the religious authorities were powerless to take further action against him. the Leonardo da Vinci of his day, a brilliant Irish physicist named Robert Boyle, John Evelyn, the diarist and founder of the Royal Society, the poet Andrew Marvell, and the journalist Roger Lestrange paid a visit to Valentine when he visited plague-stricken London, and the latter was surprised to learn firsthand that the famous healer was not taking money for his cures. The journalist also interviewed a woman who had been cured of deafness, blindness, cancer, sciatica, and palsy. By this time, Valentine had earned the nickname the Stroker because of the way he moved his hands with a stroking motion above the affected part of the patient's body without actually touching them. Robert Boyle subjected the Stroker to a thorough investigation and declared him to be a genuine healer. Although John Evelyn believed that Valentine's health-restoring talents were only affected against certain ailments, the diarist wrote, "To my observation, the cures he commonly pretended to were most effectively on tumors, aches, rheumatisms, and other wandering distempers, but did not extend to fevers, aches, pleurisy, etc., where the habit is vitiated. However, I say the history is by no means to be slighted." Andrew Marvell was greatly impressed by the Stroker's successful treatment of plague victims, and many of London's prominent academics and physicians also spoke in favor of Valentine. In 1683, Valentine died at the age of 54. No one has ever given an adequate explanation for the Irishman's gift. It is said that as Valentine got older, the strange faculty began to fade, but many who were close to him said that his healing power had not diminished. He had merely withdrawn from public view because certain dogmatic clergymen, fearing obsolescence, had hounded him with baseless accusations of witchcraft. And there you have it. A little story of a healer. I kind of wonder what it was like during that time when anything that was different was deemed witchcraft. It's interesting. Your thoughts? Comment below. And if you have a story or a legend or a famous person from your country, comment below. I'll do some research and do a video, an episode on that incident or person. Again, thank you for listening, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the like button if you do like these types of videos, and also the notification bell because I do upload twice a week, Mondays and Thursdays. So until next time, stay just a little scared.